So, as we saw, it is producing AC voltage. So there is a pulse waveform going to the ECU. Okay. Sensor's working. Something else is not. I would show the waveform on my oscilloscope. I have a digital oscilloscope, but I lost the probes to it. I haven't used it in so long, so everything's back together. I don't know. I'm gonna try again and see if it'll start, but I'm starting to wonder if the firmware that I on that board, or that particular board, because that is a newer board, so it should be wired. But so 40 and 41 are for different types of crank position sensors. So I guess it's possible this computer is looking on the wrong pin. If that I/O pin is set up wrong in the firmware, I don't know. It's got 1313. That's the firmware file that Paul sent me from Saab clinic, and it should be exactly the same. It's the same 16 megahertz board. So I don't know. I'm gonna try it. If this doesn't work, then we're gonna have to pull the cover off and start probing. And I have seen. I think it might be out of gas. Wouldn't that be hilarious? I'm seeing RPM on the tack. The tack is actually moving up just a little bit as it cranks. It will be hilarious if it's because it's sucking air in the fuel pump basket. Let me put some gas in it and see if that fixes the problem. Fresh gas in it. Let's see what happens. Why do you keep doing that? Stop it. Actually, yes, there is fuel in there now. Fresh fuel. Make sure all my stuff's plugged in, crank sensor's plugged in. Let's try this other computer. There's just not much pressure there. Something definitely is not right. Okay, well, since there's no fuel pressure, I'm going to ground pin 56, 8th one on the bottom. It's violet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should turn the pump on. I'm not hearing the pump run. Well, let me go check the fuse real quick. Make This light up here. 14 should be that fuse. Fuel pump relay is 14, and that should be a 20 amp. 1, 2, 3. Alright, fifth lever. See if I can position this somehow without. I need to ground this somewhere. That's it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's voltage going to it. It is not blown. Double check that. Yep. 5, middle one is just 20. And there is 12 volts on each side. Which means freaking fuel pump crapped out. It's the only thing it can be. I gotta pull the back seat back out. Jeez. Alright, let's see if we can't get the stuff out of here. Still haven't put this door panel on. Found this tab. There we go, got it. That can stay there. Now, I've got to get that nut, and then there's one on each top corner to get out. Alright, time to get it out. Or try to anyway. Gonna have to come out this way. Just be able to pull the face out. And then ease the top off each side. Forward. And there's the nut that tried to run away. And since I don't need to do anything with the seat, I'm going to leave it just like that, and I have access to the fuel pump right there. My subwoofer's in the way. I'm going to try it and see if I can't push that board up. I need to shift it just enough to get that plate up. Currently have the relay grounded on the harness. Nothing, the ECU is not hooked up. Ground point, I guess. So if I turn the key on, it should light up. Well, that absolutely sucks. That means that fuel pump, brand new one, haven't even driven the car, is, well, drive it down to the cul-de-sac. That pump's dead. Piece of junk Chinese knockoff. Let's make sure it's actually going to, pigtail here. If I get the thing off. Good grief. Woo-wee. Alright, red. Are we getting power to the actual pump connector? well, it would definitely not run or start without fuel. Great. Well, I guess I'll pull that pump out, pull that module out, and revisit the first thing I freaking thought I fixed on this car.